So you should have this book, The Yamas and Niyamas by Deborah Adele. It's exploring yoga's ethical practice. Yamas and Niyamas are the first two of the 8 limbs of yoga. So then the next being pranayama or breath, then we go to the yoga poses, which is just a separate portion of the whole encompassing yoga. Then we've got meditation, concentration, all those. So we're exploring the yamas and niyamas throughout this training, and there are 10 of them, 5 yamas and 5 niyamas. And because there are 10 weekends, we're doing one chapter or one section each weekend. This weekend's theme was Ahimsa, or non-violence or non-harm. So reading from the intro through Ahimsa, we had a discussion as a group and as partners of what that kind of brought up for us, what we highlighted here, what little golden nuggets we found, what we learned about ourselves, of others, and what it is that we probably best need to and want to be working on. So looking at this, non-violence or non-harm, Ahimsa, is so much more than just the physical practice of not punching someone. So there's that funny saying, I do yoga so I don't punch anyone in the face, which could be true too, but it's more than just that. So non-violence or ahimsa is about courage and bravery, finding courage, getting out of that fear. It's about creating balance in your life. It's dealing with powerlessness, self-love, of course, violence to others, self-love, and meaning violence to yourself too, which would mean more of that cultivating self-love. Developing compassion, and anything that encompasses the opposite of what violence is. Love, compassion, bravery, not being fearful, getting out of being scared and fearful. So we had a discussion on that, and we talked about it. We talked about what that brought up and what each of those topics meant for us. And it was kind of fun to go around and just see what each person is working on in regards to ahimsa. So we went around and I asked you which element or which part speaks most to you or that comes up for you. And it was 1 or 2 people went around and they said courage or self-love and compassion, or they said violence to others, but not in a violent way, but in a way of enabling, helping too much. So in this, it goes through the difference between help and support, because too much help, too much of doing something for someone else can actually be harmful to them and to yourself, as you feel like you're giving so much of yourself and it's not being reciprocated, and you're also and it's also then expected, and moms do that a lot. Anyway, so courage, and then for some they said balance, some they said compassion, self-love, courage. So there's a lot of what are you working on? What is it that you need the most help with? And on page 40 and 41, so at the end of each chapter, there are questions for exploration. There's week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. But based on what you said that you were working on in regards to ahimsa, is to focus on that specific week prompt. So the first one is courage. So focus on doing, week 1 it says practice courage by doing one thing daily you wouldn't normally do. The second one was about balance. So it was this week, or this idea is to today or this week balance as you guard your balance, your life balance, as you would your most precious resource. So is it in this moment, what do you need? More sleep, more exercise, you need to eat differently. What does that self and personal pie chart look like? Are you lacking in some areas? So work on that. Week 3, that one was about kind of violence in the interference way. So this week, watch where you're running interference in other people's lives. Are you a worrier or a fixer, or are you needing help to discern between help and support? Focus on that. And then the last one was the self-love. So pretending that you are complete. There's no need to expect anything from yourself or criticize or judge. So they seek to work on noting your experience with self-love. How much pleasure, kindness, and patience can you allow yourself to have with yourself? So which one is it that you know deep down which one that you need the most work with? Focus on those for the next couple weeks during the time in between these trainings. So read through that, pick one to focus on, and do it.